Deion Sanders and criticism often go hand in hand. Moreover, it's not unknown to the public that Jason Whitlock has permanently enlisted himself to the team of Deion critics. Recently on his podcast, the legendary analyst seems to be unconvinced about the fact that what Coach Prime preaches, he ensures to stand by that. To further prove his point right, Whitlock chooses to share an interview that Sanders had with Joel Klatt, where the Buffs HC very cleverly bypasses the question that he was asked about. His different take on evaluation did land Sanders in trouble, as it's difficult to move past Whitlock's critical radar. It was the same Whitlock who tagged Deion as materialistic. On the show, Whitlock did catch Deion in a negative light for taking no accountability for his words and actions. As a reference video, Klatt's interview is taken up where the analyst makes Coach Prime stand in front of a simple yet critical question. So take me into your post-season evaluation of Coach Prime and the staff. Making use of his charming personality, the Buffs HC brilliantly sidestepped the timeline and came up with a new insight at his convenience. Let me go back. Let me take you to my in-season evaluation. This helped him to whitewash his character by resorting to a lacking narrative. The coach pointed out how the Colorado program did not have what they needed at the moment, and therefore the trenches suffered massive blows. While Klatt had been convinced about Deion's part of the story, Whitlock seemed very hard to please. The first attack that the Michigan alum landed was to question the motive behind Sanders' attempt to complicate the otherwise simple question. This action has put the Buffs HC's leadership at stake, as Whitlock believes. He's not responsible for anything. The players are responsible for everything. If the team loses, it's their fault. If the team wins, it's because Coach Prime. However, this is not the first time that Sanders became Whitlock's target. Deion Sanders is a person who has this penchant for everything lavish. In some way, it did not sit well with the Michigan alum. Since both Whitlock and Sanders are avid followers of Christianity, the legendary QB has been skeptical about the coach's actions and his faith not going hand in hand. On his show Fearless, Whitlock had let his guard down to expose Coach Prime. I think Deion is highly materialistic and promotes radical materialism. He's covered it up with some scripture and some praying online or whatever. He further clarified his comment about how Deion's actions are having a detrimental impact. The reason why I'm critical of Deion is because I think virtually all of his actions promote things that are antithetical to Christianity. He's embraced Christianity as a covering for his radical materialism. And this materialism is destroying young black men. Not just this, the ex-Michigan lives by the belief that not Nick Saban but Deion Sanders is more of Jim Jones, one of the most notorious cult leaders the country has ever produced. In Whitlock's belief, Deion too unapologetically chases money, popularity, youth, and material possessions while claiming Christian faith. Even if we keep religion aside, he refuses to stand up as a leader and instead disposes of all the shortcomings of his players. What is your opinion on Whitlock's comments on Coach Prime? Let us know in the comments below.